Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel Made with Love. My name is Heather and today is day one of my Christmas baking. So today I am going to be making Rice Krispie squares. I'm using real Rice Krispies, the Kellogg's ones. I generally don't buy brand name product. I was at the store the other day with my daughter. We were looking at the cereal aisle and I said I needed a box of Rice Krispies. I was looking at the President's Choice Superstore brand. And I set it down for a second to just check the other price of the other cereals to see what was the best deal. And it was also a blue box, and I didn't realize my daughter actually grabbed the actual Rice Krispies, the real Kellogg's. So I'm actually cooking with Kellogg's Rice Krispies today and not some generic brand, but it cost a little more. And by the time I realized the mistake, I just didn't feel like going back into the store and exchanging it. I normally would do that, but we were in a hurry the other day and the lineups were just so long. I just said, forget it. It happens. I've made the same mistake, grabbed the wrong product. You pay a little more, but sometimes it's not worth it sometimes. Sometimes you do want to go back and get your 50 cents. Other days, sure, I'll pay an extra $2 more and I just don't care about it. So with these, I am going to be making mine with, these are the candy cane peeps. I have made marshmallow cereal treat stuff for a lot of years. With my oldest being 21, I guess I've been making these for my kids for 21 years now, or 20-ish years. I use any type of marshmallow. I've made these with marshmallow peeps before with the regular yellow and purple, and it really gives a really nice spring color to Rice Krispie treats. I use every kind of cereal imaginable as well, just to give the kids a variety of whatever they want. Combination of any cereal and any marshmallow combination, we have tried it all. So I'm using the candy cane peeps. These are from last year and they've been in the Ziploc bag all year and they are quite hard. I don't know if they might take a little longer to melt. We'll find out. I don't know. I've cooked with hard marshmallows before. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We're gonna see if it works. So you also need a 1/4 cup of butter and vanilla extract, as well as a 13-inch baking dish and cooking spray. So first thing first, I guess I'm just gonna move this a little closer. Oops. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to turn my stove on. Forgot to unlock it. Sometimes it takes a minute longer to unlock the stove. There we go. Got my stove on and using that spoon is dirty. That happens sometimes. Little things little bits of food get left on the backs of spoons or handles and stuff. They get put away like they're clean, but they're not fully clean. That happens quite a bit around here. Not so much that my kids are older, but when they were younger, it was like I would have to wash the dishes after my kids washed the dishes. So like I said, it doesn't happen too often, but it can happen. So I've got a 1/4 cup of butter. I've got it melting. It's melting pretty fast. I got it on a little higher heat at the moment just because I'm not quite sure how these marshmallow peeps are gonna melt today. So for this recipe you would need 5 cups of mini marshmallows or 40 regular marshmallows. I counted, I've got 40, I think it was 43 or 44 little peeps. So I may have to, I kind of gave up counting last night. So we'll see if that's about right. I'm just going to start adding in here so these melted. So I may need to add a few more Rice Krispies. We'll see as these melt down and when I add the Rice Krispies to it. I'll say, making for your melting marshmallow, always use a wooden spoon. I don't know if I ever said this. I think I may have one of the last videos when I made some Rice Krispie treats. When my oldest was just little and I hadn't made Rice Krispie stuffs for a long time, I just grabbed the first utensil out of the drawer to stir in the marshmallow with and I grabbed just a regular whisk. I melted the whisk, but because the whisk was white and the marshmallows were white, I didn't notice until I was, until the marshmallows had melted a little more. And my spoon looked a little funny. Then I realized what I had done. These might take a little longer to melt just because they're quite hard. A little bit, just turn it down a little bit so I don't start burning. They are melting. So I'm just going to measure out, I need 6 cups. Oops, got this large, I'm just going to drop everything. I've got this large Pyrex 4-cup one. I'm just going to throw 4 cups in here. So 4 cups. And it's less than 4 cups. No, that is 4 cups. Just had to move it over. And then we need to measure out the next 2 cups. But once these are starting to really melt. Like I said, this is just a very quick and easy recipe. Got my other Pyrex 4-cup measure. I'm just going to pour 2 cups in here. I like this one because it's got the red band for the first 2 cups are in the red, so I know right where the 2-cup measure is. I like this one better, but I couldn't find this one for a while. It kind of got mixed in my cupboard somewhere. I was at the dollar store or Dollarama, so I got this one. They cost me $5. I know they've recently gone up to $5. I paid $5 for this one, and I don't like it. I mean, it's still Pyrex, but I can't mix in it the way I would really like to be able to stir when I'm doing some recipes. Because this one I can actually make, measure up my 2 cups of milk, and I can make pudding in this one. This one, I cannot. I've tried, I just barely works to where the 2-cup is. They're just not quite the same amount of space. Like I said, but Dollarama is going up to like $5 for items. I didn't quite realize, I thought it'd be $4, so I ended up paying $5 for this. I will say though, this I did get at Dollarama way back when everything was about $1. So I got this one for $1. So about 10 years ago or something, 10 years ago, $1. Today, $5. But I do so much cooking and baking, and I really use these all the time. So even at the $5, it was kind of worth it for me to buy a second one. They're starting to melt, and these are the candy cane ones, so it's going to give a really nice flavor. The candy cane, so I don't have to add for Christmas. I will add food coloring or flavoring, peppermint flavoring for my Christmas Rice Krispie squares. Sometimes I'll buy the red and green Rice Krispie squares or Rice Krispies so I can get the Christmas ones. But I figure since I'm using the candy cane peeps, that they're already kind of colored pink, that it might actually turn some of the Rice Krispies pink. And it's starting to really smell like candy canes. I'm just going to turn the heat up just a little bit, just up to 4, just so it smells a little bit more now. Now that it's starting to melt, and I'm going to constantly stir. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take to finish getting these melted. Some of these are still, see, that one is still really hard, not even melting it at all. But I do like when it's starting to do this stage and you get these little things, and it kind of looks almost like, starting to look more like a cotton candy kind of a swirl things. animals are coming into the kitchen to see because they know I'm baking. Right in the center of these peeps, they're so hard, they're just not gonna melt. A little longer. I'm gonna turn it up just a little. Oops, wrong way. I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit higher, so I'm on 5. Just so I can get these to start to melt just a little faster, so I can get these in the pan. I'm going to add my vanilla extract right now before the Rice Krispies. I'm just going to turn this down. I'm just going to add in my Rice Krispies cereal now. And I realized I forgot to spray my pan. I was going to do it right before I recorded. I just realized, yeah, I had everything out and I'm ready to go. And I'm almost out. Okay. Now I'm going to take this and just pour it into the pan. This here. Just got to move my camera back just a little so I've got a little more room to work with. I know when the burner's on and I'm not close to it, I always burn myself somehow. Have to press this into the pan now. Going to spray my hands so I can push it down into here. I always find that helps too. If you put a little bit of the cooking spray on your hands, then you don't get the marshmallow stuck to your hands. I'm just going to pour this, press this in. I'm just going to go put this in the fridge for an hour or so. There, got a nice pan of candy cane Rice Krispie squares. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge. So I'll be back in about an hour or so when it's set and ready to slice. All right, so here's the Rice Krispie squares. They've been in the fridge almost 2 hours, a little longer than I wanted them to be in, but I got busy with other things, so I'm just gonna cut in here. I think this is the wrong knife to do this. I need a smaller knife. Not that one. I'll try this one there. Want to cut a nice piece out. And I think it was just in the fridge a little too long. I'm having trouble cutting. It's just so cold. There we go. So we get lots of nice, I don't know if you can see, Lots of nice marshmallows in there. They're pink. It actually looks more like it'd be like a good Easter one because it's not the bright red and green for Christmas, but it's a nice pink color. Now, I'm not somebody who normally tries it, who's tried my food on film. I don't know. I don't really like to do taste testing, but I'm curious as to see how much like the candy cane Peeps these taste like. You can taste the candy cane. It tastes pretty good. Now, they were in the fridge a little longer than they should have been. So I gotta let these warm up to more to room temperature, just a little softer, a little chewier. But it's a pretty good treat. Like I said, I've made every type of cereal bar with every kind of cereal you can buy, every combination of marshmallows and Peeps. I've never actually used the candy cane Peeps, especially not ones that were like hard. I've been in the pantry for a year. But just trying to use what you have around your house. How the kids will love them. Once the marshmallows get softened and they're all that gooiness, they taste fine. So these are actually really good. So just want to again just say thank you so much to everybody who's watching my videos, subscribing to my channels, and I will see you all in my next videos. Bye.